Today here at Whirlwind Family Farm, we're going to look at a pest that if you've ever raised squash or zucchini, I'm sure you have dealt with, and that is the squash bug. They are extremely destructive. They'll start going after the leaves, they'll put their eggs on the leaves, and I'm sure you've seen those. We do our best to try to scrape those off, drop them down into soapy water to get rid of those eggs. But as you know, and if you've dealt with them, squash bugs are quite the pest, and they will limit your harvest and really do a lot of destruction with your harvest and your crops. So it's something that is quite the pest. We've got a little bit of a hack I want to show you today. And I'm Jeff here at Whirlwind Family Farm, and we are a fully organic farm. We use no pesticides. So when we go after squash bugs, we literally put a pair of gloves on or go after them, grab them, drop them in some soapy Dawn soap, or just squash them. And if those of you that may be worried about the existence of squash bugs, believe me, they are not endangered. Believe me, trust me. So you don't have to worry about the existence of squash bugs. Let me go in, we're gonna show you something. These are some replacement zucchinis we have recently planted, and we're a little bit lucky here because if we look close, I can already see, if we can zoom in here on him, there's actually a squash bug right there. If we can see, he's right there on the edge of that leaf. If you can pick it out there, he's right there. So he's right there. If I can reach around, I can actually grab him now. How about that? I actually grabbed him. You can see him right there in my hand. Typical squash bug. And that's literally the method on how we find these insects, is we have to hunt and peck and try to find them, and they're just destructive. So I've come up with a little bit of a hack. I'm about to show you how to flush them out where we can find them a little bit easier, grab them. And if you're not dealing to scale, if you're not in a big monocrop where you have 400 or 500 acres and you have, say, 10, 15, 20 zucchini plants or yellow squash, you can go in by hand and get rid of a lot of them, and certainly get rid of their eggs. I will mention the only other thing I can tell you that's more destructive than these squash bugs is the vine borer. And those things come in, they lay their eggs right at the base of the plant, it hatches out, and then the pupae literally goes in and eats the base of that plant. You'll come out in the morning, you'll have a healthy set of zucchini plants just like you see right here, and that afternoon they'll be okay. So as we're talking about, the vine borer can be such an issue, but the thing we're looking at today is our squash bugs, and how can we flush them out? How can we find them? What can we do? So let me show you a little bit of a hack that I've discovered. I'm gonna flip around the camera here, and you can see this is just a regular old watering can that I use out of here on a lot of my seedlings and different things. Nothing expensive. I think I actually got this one at Walmart. And you can just take it over with your plants just like that, and get up where you got a little bit of velocity and drop it over top. So the reason I wanted to show you that is like most things in life, they don't like to be surprised and sprayed with water. And believe it or not, these squash bugs are exactly the same way. If you come over and drop a little bit of water, you'll start to see them flush out. So what I do is I take that watering can, go along. If you have a pair of gloves on, if you don't want to get the smush of those bugs are kind of nasty, put a nice pair of gloves on, rubber gloves. Get ready, or have some soap ready you can drop them into, like some Dawn soap in your bucket. So let's take the water can over there, see what we can find. Let's check it out, and let's see how this hack, which I'm telling you, this is not foolproof. This is not the perfect answer, but it is a way to be able to find them, because I have spent sometimes 30, 40 minutes with a group just trying. They're hiding underneath drip lines, they're hiding underneath the leaves, and this will flush them out where you can find them easier. So let's go. Things I want to add, this is just a little bit of something. When you do this, do it on a bright sunny day like today, where you've got good sunshine, you've got good evaporation happening, because we don't want to contribute to powdery mildew. So when we're dropping that water on the leaves, we want to have a day where the sunshine is going to dry those leaves out fairly quick. So you don't want to do this late in the evening or right before sunset. You want to do this right in the middle of the day, and a sunshiny day is the best time to drop that water on those leaves so we don't contribute to powdery mildew. So let's go take a look. Okay, we've got one of our little replacement yellow squash here. We planted a few weeks ago. We've got our watering can. We're going to drop this with a little bit of, give it a little elevation there. So it's kind of hitting with some impact. Again, we're on a sunny day, so everything's going to evaporate fairly quick. We're not contributing to any powdery mildew. So we drop that down, and let's see if we flushed anything out of there. And as a matter of fact, we did right there. There he is right there. Forced him out from underneath. I'll show you here in my hand, squash bug, just like that. So what you're doing is you're just irritating them enough to get them out where you can find them. I'll take him here off screen to squash him, to squash the squash bug, no pun intended. But it was really that simple. It's what I did. Again, I'm doing it here on a sunny day, so we'll get that quicker evaporation. Not going to leave water standing on those leaves, which can cause powdery mildew. We want that water to evaporate quickly. But we're flushing out those insects, literally washing them out. They don't like to be surprised by water like anything else. It's just a quick little hack. This isn't the be-all answer to everything, but let me tell you, it does work, especially if you've got 10 or 15 hiding under those leaves. The water will cause them to panic and run out, and that gives you your opportunity to get several of them. So there you go. Jeff with Whirlwind Family Farm, we appreciate your time so much. That's just one more piece of a puzzle in organic farming that just can help you win that battle a little bit more with squash bugs. So thanks for finding our channel. We always appreciate when you like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification, and we always have another video right over here you can check out. We'll take you further along in our channel and that process of gardening. Talk to you soon. Blessings over your garden from Whirlwind Family Farm.